The playboy was a handsome man, cheerful, talkative, funny, and flirtatious. Many girls in the village secretly admired him. No one ever refused his friendship or attention. He spread his charm everywhere he went, but he never truly committed to any woman. Dokkaew was one of the women who fell for him. Dokkaew herself was not the most beautiful woman in the village, but at 18, she had blossomed into a graceful young woman. This caught the playboy's attention, and he became involved with her. He never realized that Dokkaew had secretly loved him for a long time. Their relationship deepened quietly, unnoticed by others. Dokkaew dreamed of living her life with him. She hoped to be his wife, his one true partner. Even though he was a playboy, she still believed in their love. But to him, Dokkaew was merely an outlet for his desires. He never intended to honor her as his true partner. One day, Dokkaew realized her period was 2 months late. Morning sickness soon appeared. She was pregnant. So Dokkaew told Mr. Samran, the playboy, about the pregnancy. Her heart shattered when he denied everything. He accused her of carrying another man's child. He insisted he would take no responsibility, but his accusations were entirely false. After saying those cruel words, he disappeared and left her alone. Dokkaew tried to find him, begging him to understand and accept the truth. She stayed hopeful, believing he might have misunderstood, but the truth was he simply fled to avoid responsibility. Eventually, he avoided her completely. Her greatest mistake was giving her love to the wrong man. Shame, fear, and despair overwhelmed her. Society refused to accept a pregnant woman without a husband. She could no longer endure the pain and judgment. One night, she ended her life and the life of her unborn child. She hanged herself beneath a rubber tree by the creek in silence. The man felt no remorse for what happened. Soon after, Samran and his new family met a miserable fate. People believed it was Dokkaew's karma returning to him. Her spirit did not rest. She waited silently for justice. Soon after Dokkaew died, most people in the village slowly forgot her story. Only her parents and siblings remembered her, crying for her night after night. No one ever saw Dokkaew's spirit appear. Everyone believed she had been reborn and found peace in the next life. They believed she had forgiven everything and held no more resentment, but in truth, her resentment had never faded. Her spirit was filled with sorrow, betrayed love, and pain that would never heal. Dokkaew waited silently for karma to carry out her justice. Samran later met another young woman and truly fell in love. It was the first time in his life that he felt true love. He married her and tried to be a good man for her. Not long after, his wife became pregnant, and he was overjoyed. Samran took great care of his wife, not allowing her to work at all. He eagerly awaited the day their baby would be born. But fate cannot escape karma. On the day Samran's wife went into labor, everything began to go wrong. She had been in pain since morning, but the child would not come. The local midwife did everything she could, but nothing worked. The village headman suggested Samran go fetch another midwife from a nearby village. The two hurried through gardens and forest in the dark. Samran had forgotten that the large tree they passed was where Dokkaew hanged herself. He rushed past it, unaware that a spirit watched him from the shadows. Soon, they found themselves lost. Even though there was only one path, they returned to the same spot, a termite mound near the big tree. Fear crept into everyone's hearts. This was no ordinary situation. The village headman stopped the group and shone his flashlight at the mound. He knelt and prayed, asking the forest spirits and lost souls for mercy. Then they continued with renewed hope. It took over half an hour before they finally escaped the forest. When they reached Samran's house, it was too late. Samran's wife had died, along with the unborn child. Dokkaew's spirit did not allow the happiness stolen from her to return to him. Samran returned home exhausted, barely able to stand. When he learned his wife and unborn child had died, his world shattered instantly. He cried and screamed like a man who had lost his mind. No one had ever seen him suffer like this before. Soon after, he was found lost in the forest again. This time, he wandered aimlessly, like a soul without a body. People believed this was a punishment from Dokkaew's spirit. His happiness was taken from him, just as he once stole hers. No one knew why he kept getting lost in the forest, but everyone feared the truth. One night, someone heard faint crying beneath the old rubber tree. It was sorrowful, vengeful, and full of pain. Some saw the shadow of a long-haired woman standing silently beneath the tree. She wore pale white clothes, her face sorrowful, eyes filled with tears and resentment. It was Dokkaew, a spirit who never slept, never forgot, and never forgave. The love he betrayed became a shadow that hunted him until his final breath. No one could save Samran, not even himself. He experienced the same suffering Dokkaew once felt slowly, painfully, day by day. For in the realm of karma, no one escapes the consequences of their deeds. Resentment, whether great or small, burns the soul to ashes. Love without wisdom can become chains that imprison the spirit. To break someone's heart may plant the seed of a curse that returns to us. Dokkaew's tale is a reminder. Karma never loses its way. It always returns slowly but surely. And when it arrives, no one can escape it.